I went to Walmart the other day and I bought some peaches, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to make a peach pie. I'm going to make 2 peach pies, as a matter of fact. So I've got this old pot full of water going. We're going to blanch them, which will soften the skin where, you know, it's easy to peel them off. If I start peeling with a sharp knife, I'll cut away a lot of the peach. I don't want that to happen. Well, they're blanching up pretty good. I've already got all these done over here. I'm just leaving them in there for, you know, a minute, maybe a minute and a half, enough to get that old outside skin loosened up where it's easier to peel. I hate struggling with peach peelings that don't want to come off. These are pretty ripe though. These I selected the ones that were kind of squishy. These were the peaches I first purchased at Walmart, and then when I got them home I said, you know, I don't have enough here. That's all they had at the time. I mean, I emptied out the box, but I said, I don't think I even have enough to make 1 pie. I better go back and get some more the next day. Well, I went back the next day and they had these great big ones. I said, well, I'll just get the big ones. I'm not sure what I'll do with these. Maybe I'll make a cobbler. One way or the other, when this whole thing is over, I'm going to be sick of eating peaches. You can bet on that. All done, from blanching to peeling. When I even went out a knife, I just took my fingers and peeled it off. 10 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick these in the refrigerator, let them harden up a little bit. They're nice and juicy looking. Aren't they juicy? Boy, I can't wait to cut those slices off. I'll probably do that. I'll probably slice them up tonight, later on. It's just mid-afternoon right now, about 2:30. I'll slice them up tonight, put them in a bowl with all the fixings and everything, cover them with aluminum foil, and tomorrow morning we'll start whipping up a pie. At least 1 pie, hopefully both. Now, I haven't blanched or peeled these yet. These are going to be my fill-in peaches instead of a cobbler. They may wind up being a cobbler, I don't know, but right now I changed my mind and said, you know, I may not have enough peaches for 2 pies. If that's the case, I'll blanch these, slice them, and these will be the fill-in peaches to where the pie comes up high. I like pies that are got lots of filling in them. You know, I don't like sunk-in pies or level pies. I don't, unless it's pumpkin. Now, pumpkin, you know, pretty much level, but the rest of my pies, I want them to be mounted in the middle, if possible. Well, as pretty much expected, I didn't quite have enough peaches for 2 pies. So I went ahead and blanched up the rest of them and peeled them. I'm not even sure I'm still going to have enough left. So if that's the case, I'll make a pie, and what's left I'll make a cobbler. Alright, that's a little better. Now I look like I got enough for at least 1 big pie and, I don't know, maybe 2 mediums. I don't know. Okay, the next thing we have to do is just add a bunch of stuff to it. We're going to add a cup of brown sugar. Let me see, we're going to add a teaspoon of lemon juice. Actually fresh squeezed, but I don't have. Actually, a tablespoon of the lemon juice. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And let me see, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And a pinch of salt. Then we're just going to mix all that together. I'll come back when that's all in there. I added a little bit more of each item because this is based on 3 pounds of peaches, you know, with the seeds removed and the things sliced and everything. So we've got more than 3 pounds in here now. And so I had to kind of up the ingredients to what I thought would be right. Mostly I just added a little more cornstarch and a little more brown sugar. We're going to go ahead and mix this whole thing up. Nice and slowly, by the way. We don't want to tear up the peaches too bad. They're already really ripe and sweet. So that brown sugar is really going to help them. Alright, right now what I'm going to do, I just sampled a taste of it with a teaspoon. Oh boy, it tastes great. You can do that. You can add sugar, you can add a little more lemon, you can add a little more cinnamon, whatever you like. You know, juice it up to your flavor, you know, or flavor it up to your juice, whichever. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I have to go out and mow with the mower inside the fence where the dogs run, so they keeps the fleas and ticks down. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up. Just let it soak while I'm gone. Then when I get done, we'll come back in and we'll strain off the juice. Alright, that little chore is done. We have little doggies, you know, and the high grass, I mean, they just can't get too high. And them still enjoy the backyard back there, so I like to keep it cut low. They can run, they run like crazy. or as much as they can. Let's put it that way. Okay, now let's go ahead and drain out this juice through a strainer. All I'm going to do is pour it through there and then just let it settle the juice all the way to the bottom. This thing is so juicy, you got to get rid of as much juice as you can, because when it starts baking, even more is going to come out. And here I have one of those deep dish Pillsbury pie shells I buy at Walmart. I like the Pillsbury brand. I don't want to make my own dough for a pie. That bugs me. I don't like doing that stuff. I don't mind making bread and everything else, but pie dough, buy it already made. Pillsbury makes a great deep dish. They come 2 in a pack. So let's go ahead and see if we can fit these, what I've already drained. Let's see where it takes us once I pour it into the shell. Well, I'm sorry to say we didn't have enough peaches to fill up a second pie. You know, it's a deep dish pie shell. So what I did was I went out on the old pantry and I picked up, I picked out a can of peaches, a lucky leaf that I have out there. I have all different kinds of fruit. And I rinsed all the juice off of it. I'll add a little bit of brown sugar and a couple other things to help with the flavor. Then we'll go ahead and put it in here and mix it around, and then we'll taste it and see how it goes. I'm giving them another drip of juice down there to get all that stuff out of there. And then I have a second pie over here, a second pie shell. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Hopefully that'll work. I think that's going to do the job. Woohoo! A little bit of finagling around maybe, but it does the job. I'll tell you what, let me get a spatula out of here. That'd be the way to go, I think. There we go. Alright, we'll go ahead and spatula that around a little bit. I think we're going to have a couple of decent pies. This pie here is going to be given to Joe the Welder. For those of you who follow my videos, you know that Joe the Welder helps me out from time to time, and I promised him peach pie a while back. You know, he never pushes me or anything, but I'm going to make sure that boy tomorrow morning, which is Monday, he gets his peach pie. Now, it's not quite as full as I wanted, but we're going to put that one at the house. I also have this pie dough that I bought. It's ready to bake pie crust by, Walmart brand. I like those also, quick and easy. You pick it up, you put it on, you do, smash the edges down, put your slits, ready to bake. I crimped the one on the left a little bit differently than I did the one on the right. Now, the one on the right is the one that will be going into Joe the Welder. This will be ours. And the oven is heated up, ready to go. What I'm going to do is now put a little egg. I got a little egg wash I want to put on this thing. It's just an egg, a beaten egg with some, a little bit of water added. Maybe a teaspoon of water, not much. We'll go ahead and put the egg on both of them and then pop them in the oven. Alright, the pies are in. We're going to cook them at 425 minutes for 25 minutes. Then we're going to drop it down to 375 and cook it for another 30 minutes. Now, after I put that egg wash on there, I could have sprinkled some sugar on top also. But, I decided not to do it this time. I just want kind of a brownish crust. But if you want to throw some more sugar on there, that's up to you. You can use brown, you can use white, you can use whatever you want. You can put salt on it for all I care. But hopefully these will turn out nice. Alright, let's take it down to 375. And now we'll let it set for 30 more minutes. And then we'll take it out. Now, if the pie starts to get too brown, too dark brown, looks like it might be entering the burning stage on top, take some aluminum foil and just cover your pie. Just let it sit there. You don't need to fold it under. I'm just like, put it on the top, let it lay there, and it'll keep the pie from burning like that. Or at least it'll minimize it a great deal. The crust is beginning to get to right about the color I like, if you can see right there. It's right about that. In a few more minutes, I think I'm going to go ahead and put that aluminum foil on. I've got it up here on the top. Just fold the edge over on both sides and then lay it over the top. It's starting to look really nice. Smells good too. Alright, the color is right, and we're about 5 minutes short on the total baking time, but that's okay. Whenever you bake a pie like this, whether it be blueberry or whatever, if the color is right, or the juice is boiling out of it, bubbling out of it, which it has right here. If you can see that juice down there. Once it does that, you know your pie is about ready to come out. So we'll let it cool down. I've already shut it off, like I said, about 5 minutes short. And we'll go ahead and let it cool down a little bit. Then I'll take it out and put it on the counter and we'll take another look at it. A close-up. Well, there it is, guys. Oh, I cannot wait to bite into that. This one will go to Joe tomorrow. This one will be ours. That didn't turn out too bad. I kind of like it. Well, that's it until next time. I don't know what I'm going to cook next. You know, fortunately, our grandson John, you know, the little MMA fighter guy, the Karate Kid, he'll be coming to UCA in the fall, in August. He'll be spending quite a bit of time here, I hope. You know, he likes coming over here. He loves us very much. We love him very much. He's a fine young man. And hopefully he'll bring some of his friends, you know. We'll come over, we'll have little cookouts, all kinds of good stuff here. So we might have more and more videos for you out on the grill, that sort of thing. We'll see. I don't know. He's looking forward to it, and so am I. Of course, we'll be going to the movies a lot, too. Well, that's it for now, guys. In keeping with my credit given where credit is due, the recipe for this whole thing came from a good YouTube cook whose handle is the Stay-at-Home Chef. She's really good. And those are 4 separate words. The Stay-at-Home Chef. She does a great job. I followed her recipe, and I think they turned out wonderful. So until next time, this is John.